Hi everyone, welcome to JubileeMag.com, and I'm Kim G, and guess what? It's rehab time with the one and only Mr. Trent Shelton.
Thanks for having me, Kim. It's an honor. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we just wrapped up his event here at Georgia Tech with about 400 empowered people. So tell us what that was like for you.
Like with me, I don't care if it's 1 or 400. You know, as long as God uses me getting the message out, and to see people after tell me that word inspired them, whether it's me or D-Flow's music. And the most inspiring thing is when somebody says, "I've never heard of you," and somebody brought me today, and I left there inspired and left trying to have a close relationship with God. So that's the main thing. As long as God gets the credit and the glory out of it, I'm good.
Pretty awesome. Now we could talk about a bunch. Like you know, you covered several wonderful topics today, from relationships, knowing who you are, greatness, how to recover from bad relationships. So we're just going to pick just a few.
Okay.
So for someone that's that's watching this, that's been hurt, that needs to move on, what are some basic, simple steps they can take today?
Well, the first thing is definitely forgiveness, because you can always move on from the person, but without forgiveness, you'll never move on from the pain. And so learning forgiveness for yourself, maybe sometimes forgiveness with God because you're mad at God, you know, forgiveness for that person, definitely. Then after that, it's about learning how to be still and where God wants you to be. And so you have to realize too many people put a timeline on their healing. It's like, if I don't heal by then, if it's 1 year or 2 years, but you can't put a timeline on your healing. You know, God has to work on you, and you never know that scar and that pain could be so deep, it takes time to do that. So I would definitely tell them forgiveness, then stand still, waiting on God, and understand He has the perfect time, the perfect person for your life.
So for the single people that's watching this, shout out to the single people. You know, what are some main things that you would say, and we know that you cover a lot of this in your videos,
right,
which is great. What are some of the main things that you think, so that they don't keep repeating the same mistakes?
Yeah.
Help them out. What should they do?
First of all, I would say I always say this is their relationship with God. Me as a Christian, it's about understanding what God wants for you, because a lot of times we're good at picking out the wrong things for us, because we pick out from certain circumstances, maybe we don't have enough money, or maybe this person looks good, or this or that. So it's about what God has called you to do, and understand sometimes He keeps you in a single season for a while, so you can work on yourself, so you can know who you are. Maybe He has a purpose that you don't have time for the people at that time. He wants to live your purpose to the fullest. So I would tell people just to wait on God, understand that He has a perfect time, and there's no timeline to when you got to be in a relationship. You know, sometimes it's I'm 30 and I don't have nobody, so my life is over. No, just trust Him. Just trust Him. And understand that he has you in that season, for a reason. But also, too, you have to learn how to release your pain sometimes, because sometimes we turn away people who are meant for our life just because, they might not come in the package that we want them to come in.
So for those that don't know, you told your story today.
Yep.
So is this something that you're speaking and motivating and giving so much wisdom? Is this something you always knew you would do, or how did this come about?
Never. It was never something I wanted to do. I always was a person that when I would speak, people would listen. I'm a very quiet person, but when I do speak, you know that it's going to be worth something that's hearing. So I knew it was my purpose. Like I said, once I said it in there, once I spoke to a group of kids, and they responded so well. I mean, it's high school kids, and they were just like this the whole time.
Wow.
I'm like, wow. Like, if you can get through to that, because I know me. If somebody would came and spoke to me, I'd be like, on my phone, sleep, everything else.
All right.
And so I started to realize that, and then more messages in my inbox. Oh, your message helped me so much, because I never thought my message was that powerful.
Wow.
Really, I was just sharing my heart, sharing my story. So even to this day, it's hard for me to accept that. Like, wow, all these people watching my videos, like, what's special about it?
Right.
And I realized that that's God.
Yeah.
And so when I have a peace in my life, and once I knew that regardless if I didn't want this or not, I had to stop running from it. And I'm glad I made that decision to stop playing football and walk into my purpose.
Well, it's awesome, and we love it. You've helped so many. I've watched several myself, so let them know how to stay in contact with you.
It's easy. It's easy.
Really easy.
Any social site, just put in @Trent Shelton. I'm sure I will pop up. TrentShelton.com, rehabtime.org, Snapchat. For you that's on Snapchat, just put in rehab time. That is me, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Stay close for more JubileeMag.com.
Yup.